This is from an email from the founder of ISU. So they say things like this.
Quote, on paper, it may look like a conflict of interest. It doesn't just look like a conflict of interest, it is a conflict of interest.
On one hand, an organization claiming to be a union. On the other hand, they have a business that basically services the ship operators. So how can you do both? You can't.
Both of them is acting for the owner's rights and interests.
But he is confirming this, yeah.
Representing seafarers, you know, it's an honor, it's a privilege for those of us that are actually in this industry to be able to do that. We do as much as we can, and there's always more to be done.
I'm a unionist. I work for a real, true trade union with members.
You should do your utmost best to take a stand against the employers if the employers don't treat them well. That's what there's a union for. If you don't do that, you don't even deserve the word union.
So it's a scam selling out the seafarers to get lower salaries and get rich for themselves.
And it's not only about wages, they damage the rights and the situation and the health and safety of our members and their co-workers worldwide.
Last year we had a ship abandoned, the crew abandoned in Brazil, and they would never provide any support for the seafarers.
The leverage, the commercial leverages that they got, is that they're the lowest common denominator. They have got the worst conditions. They've got the lowest cost units because they don't operate as a union, they don't provide a service.
The ISU co-founder has said the ISU do not inspect ships it signs agreements on because it doesn't make sense.
So my experience with signing agreements and not having an enforcement mechanism is that they're not worth the paper they're written on.
Saying that you don't need the inspections, you don't need to talk to the seafarers, it just persuades me again that this is all about money.
There are a lot of vessels out there that are not paying their seafarers their just amounts. We've collected over $50 million in 2023, and if it wasn't for the inspectors going aboard those vessels and checking the books, we would never know.
But it also, it raises a lot of issues with which companies are potentially going to align themselves with those sort of shady characters. And it puts their supply chains at risk, it puts their legitimacy of their business at risk.
If you are a ship owner and you expect to operate in Brazilian waters, having an agreement with a fake union, think twice.
We will stop them and continue to stop them. We don't want this in our waters and in our ports. It's a scam.
It will lead to industrial action. It will lead to bad publicity.
Even the companies collaborate with ISU, they don't have any benefits because at the end of the day are engaged with illegal actions, as happened in Greece.
The ships will not be operated by our dock workers. And if they want to go to court, go to court. Because we are sure that we are doing the right thing.
Trade unions are working men and women actively managing and voting and owning their organisations, willingly and voluntarily paying a union dues to ensure their protection. And that's not the ISU. That's not this union. It's not a union.